Welcome into the final quarterfinal match of the MSBC 2K tournament presented by HyperX and 76 Captial. Adam Rich alongside Hunter Davidson. And Hunter, we've got a crosstown matchup today. Now, naturally, neither player is from Los Angeles. Nevertheless, we've got Clippers and Lakers on the 2K court today. Starting off with Ryan, the road team, picking the Clippers. We've already seen the Clippers in action in these quarterfinals. Cade Mullendor used them to pick up a huge win, and he really rode Paul George. Based on what we know about Ryan and how he tends to play the game, do you see him leaning on Paul George, or are we thinking a more Kawhi, Pat Bev, Reggie Jackson type of game?
Well, I think if Rithik's smart here, he's going to stick LeBron James on Kawhi Leonard, which I think is going to open up the door for Ryan to use Paul George a lot. We'll see if he can use him as efficiently as Cade did in that first round, and if he can, it could spell trouble for Rithik.
And on Rithik's side, in addition to playing LeBron on one of those two elite wing players on the offensive end, he's going to need a lot from LeBron, going to need a lot from AD, but I think unsung heroes, Hunter, we talked about Melo as an unsung hero in the last game. I'm thinking Alex Caruso is going to play a huge role in this one.
Yeah, I'd love to see Caruso come off the bench and get some buckets, but my personal favorite guy to use on that Lakers team is Team Swish, J.R. Smith. I hope we get to see him come up, get some good minutes off the bench and some key buckets for Rithik down the stretch.
Careful, Hunter. You might find yourself waiting out on Waiters Island if you're not careful. Anyways,
I wouldn't be mad at that either.
Players, let's get this show on the road. Ready up. The final quarterfinal match of the MSBC 2K tournament. Ryan Krause, the road team, taking the Clippers. Rithik Dadla rolling with the LA Lakers, the home squad.
Going to be a fun one.
For some reference, Rithik, the 3 seed out of Atlanta, Georgia. Ryan playing out of the Bay Area, the number 6 seed. In this one, the winner will face Isaiah Page, who won 38-28 in the round before rolling with the Portland Trailblazers. He won't be able to use the Portland Trailblazers, but Page, a massive Lakers fan growing up in the LA area, likely to use the Lakers in the next round. And if Ryan happens to win, he will be unable to use them heading forward. A little look at the starting lineups now down for the tip. It's going to be Ivica Zubac and JaVale McGee. Rithik going big with the Lakers. Tip one, though, by the Clippers. And Hunter, we are underway, the final quarterfinal match.
Ooh, JaVale.
Woo! No weak stuff inside, much like that game before. A little bit of 90s old school basketball. Now on both sides, early misses to start the game in tight near the basket.
I like to see Rithik playing big here with JaVale and AD down low. I'm a little surprised he didn't go with Dwight Howard, though.
How about a little post-up game? Kawhi working.
Tough.
I need to put LeBron on Kawhi. I'm going to switch the matchups after, too.
A little early game plan adjustment. Yeah, Hunter, we've seen in these first 2 games, jump shots do not fall easily, especially when you're online, and the shot meter is a little bit delayed because of those Wi-Fi lags. Both sides early on working inside. We've seen 2 down-low possessions from Ryan, and then in Rithik's lone offensive possession, he went to work down on the block as well.
Yeah, these 2K servers can cause a lot of problems on both ends, and I sounded like a bit like a broken record here saying whichever team can limit those 2K errors is probably going to be the team that pulls away with the win. But yeah, it's going to be a tight one. These 2 teams are very evenly matched.
Hopefully we have no Gabe Chasen level Wi-Fi in that first game of the quarterfinals, as I'm sure many of you remember, a basically mercy rule into effect because of a crash. Long 3 from LeBron, no good off the back rim. Rithik mixing it up, going with the outside shot. Pat Bev down the court, little fast break, turns it over. Good steal there from Rithik. Now pushing up ahead, it's AD near the cup, slams it home.
Not stopping that. And I don't mind that long 3 from LeBron, too. Once he starts making those in rhythm, it can really open up this offense to a whole new dimension.
And in 2K especially, those heat checks really do come in handy. We saw Isaiah Page get rolling with Melo, and then he was celebrating Dame Lillard's shots with the Carmelo Anthony celebration, the 3 to the head. Yeah, so hopefully in this game we see some celebrations.
That is tough to see. Green bar and a shot behind the backboard. That's another unfortunate 2K glitch that you just got to learn to deal with.
Got to work around them. I was going to say, I'm hoping to see Rithik do a little bit of the LeBron celebration if things go well. I'm hoping to see him get up and start pumping around the room and get fired up. And then I guess on Ryan's end, if he's going to do a little bit of a Kawhi celebration, I'm hoping he'll sit there stoically and not talk to anyone for the rest of the afternoon.
Good help defense from Avicii there. That's a tough matchup putting Marcus Morris on Anthony Davis.
Yeah, really no good answer for Anthony Davis as he sinks the first one. a player that I'm sure Rithik will be grinding away with all game long. But you got to beware of the fatigue, as we saw in that game before. On both sides, the shots not falling late. Going to really make that inside game of AD even more important. Looks like Rithik's got some company back behind, a little bit of a fan club jumping in to cheer him on. Looks like they're leaving, though. Not a very woof PG on the drive.
Ooh.
I was going to say the fans leaving, not really supportive. Rithik, what's going on over there?
No call
on the other end.
The end of the game.
And that layup coverage, that's a layup that LeBron will probably make in real life, but air balls in 2K, you know?
And on the other end, PG taking advantage, a slam. Ryan now up 6-4 with just under a minute to go. Rithik in tight with LeBron, buffeted by the tough Clipper defense, though.
Giving LeBron some space, letting him shoot.
Daring him to shoot it from the mid-range. Awful release. There's that lag in action. Looks like LeBron is cold down below now. A tough break for the Laker leader. Missed shot on the other end now. 30 seconds to go. 6-4, a low-scoring affair between Ryan and Rithik early on.
And I would be surprised if we don't see more size come in to match up with AD, if we don't see Kawhi switch on to AD and Paul George on LeBron. We know Paul George is a competent defender as well.
Yeah, here is AD looking to go to work on the block. A one-on-one matchup. Easy spin move. Looked like he got hacked. No call, though. Yeah. Tough release. 10 seconds left. 6-4. Ryan looking to get a final basket. Going to get a good look at the cup. Pat Bev, though, stopped. Paul George driving. Gets inside. Can't go hammer time. Rebound Clippers, but that's the end of the quarter. And with that, the first quarter of the final quarterfinal match wrapping 6-4, a low-scoring affair. Just 10 points combined. Rithik and Ryan, you guys both put on the clamps. What are you going to look to do to gear up the offense in this second quarter?
I definitely want to get some more shots up, take some smarter shots, maybe get some threes in too.
Just got to keep playing my game.
Yeah.
Shots will fall.
Both guys trusting the process. No Sixers here. 3-on-none break. Pat Bev lays it in. I was hoping, Ryan, that you'd get a bit of a jam there, but not worth risking it, not worth passing back
to PG
for the bang out. Woof. Rithik, nearly a wild shot attempt from Danny Green. He's got range, but he doesn't have Dame Lillard fadeaway logo range. Anyways,
That's
LeBron inside. Can't get the release. Rithik struggling to get that timing down. Doesn't matter when AD's inside, but still a miss off the back rim.
You know, I'm hoping to see my man JR come in a little soon. You know, it's all personal preference, but I would take KCP off the court here pretty soon.
Some advice? As
not advice, you know, just commenting.
Banter. Danny Green,
there's a
long range three,
release.
In and out, tough on the release. The late releases just continue. Pat Bev quick on the other end. Alley-oop attempt. Now a fast break. Here's Point JaVale. We've seen a lot of Shackton over the years from him. None there, though. LeBron, pretty good look. In and out, though, on the fade. Rebound, Paul George.
A lot of defense in this game, Adam.
Some offense there from PG. As we mentioned earlier, and it leads Rithik into calling a timeout. PG really carried the load, had nearly half of Cade's points in that first one, really leading Ryan up and down the floor, running the break, and getting it done on the defensive side.
Let's see what personnel changes we get here.
Oh,
yes. There he is.
Hunter, you've goaded him into it.
Are we going to see Dion Island too? Nah, we'll leave Danny Green in for now. Interesting. I'm excited. I like it, Rithik. I like what you're doing here.
It definitely, Rithik, you mentioned beforehand that half-court offense, a weakness of yours. And so far, Ryan's done a really good job getting back on D and preventing fast break opportunities. Here's an opportunity. Crazy attempt by AD. Great strip by Ryan. Strong defense by the Clips.
Again, we're not seeing the refs really call anything this game.
Inside PG again, stuffed by, looks like that was LeBron down there.
JR.
Oh, JR, how about it?
No way.
Crazy.
All right, Rithik, a little extra pressure now. The audience creeping in behind. Ryan still stoic on the other end, but LeBron has gone cold. Maybe JR can heat it up. LeBron, wide open look. Perfect release. Rithik really needed that one. Now cutting the lead down to 7. 14-7, Ryan leading with the Clippers. Just under a minute to go now in the second quarter. PG, good look, hacked from behind. AD, a little bit of a tackle. That's a bit more of a Madden play, if I can say so myself.
Yeah, and you got to be careful. Those refs are quick to call a flagrant foul in this game.
Rithik taking advantage of that home court advantage, going for the L2, R2 shake. Did not matter, though. Ryan hits them both, now up to a 9-point lead. And, shoot, even if Ryan was the home team, to be honest, Rithik, you'd probably still have the home court advantage, just knowing how LA works.
Tough to not see LeBron making those shots if you're Rithik.
Pat Bev, good look on the other end. Hacked from behind. Finally, some fouls rolling in and coming at the right time for Ryan as he looks to extend the lead out to double digits for the first time on Rithik's end, though. Another low-scoring quarter after only 4 in the first. He's only got 3 thus far. However, a 2-for-1 opportunity here. Let's see if he takes advantage.
Yeah, you need LeBron to push there. That's a good play.
LeBron quick down the other end. Bangs it out. Not too much emphasis there. Didn't want to miss. TPU LeBron, as smart as real LeBron, but now down to 8. A long 3-ball rattles home. A huge shot from Ryan. An 11-point lead. Rithik, a tough defensive possession to swallow, but 20 seconds now, maybe a chance to hit a 3 of his own and draw back to single digits. Danny Green up top. LeBron now looking pick and roll. JaVale gets out of the way. A little CPU glitch there. 7 seconds to go. Danny Green up top. ISO ball.
Give it to JR.
JR time. Hunter, what you got?
That was
terrible. It came
I like
close,
the shot.
though.
I like the shot.
J.R. Smith, never one to lack confidence. Rithik had some confidence there as well, but look at those numbers really quickly. 20% from the floor as opposed to 62% on the other end. Ryan just penetrating the defense easily, and some of those outside shots have fallen as well. Not the case on Rithik's end, trailing by 11 at the half in the storied Staples Center 2K.
I think we're going to see LeBron get to the hoop a lot more in the second half. That seems to be their best offense when it was working in the first half, and that's going to open up more open shots for guys like JR and Danny Green. Yep, there it is.
And right away, like you said, Hunter, LeBron off the glass. Rithik going to work, drawing back to single digits, trying to eke up that field goal percentage that has dragged at the Lakers' chances thus far.
Oof, tough move by Zubac.
Zubac thought he had a gimme from 10 feet. Chance now on the other end. J.R. Smith still in the game. Danny Green now to the cup.
Oh, that's got to be
Looked like he was hacked. Against what we've seen from some of the earlier games where the whistle has been favorable to the home team, thus far unfavorable down low. Ryan's got many more attempts at the line than Rithik has had thus far. Point JaVale now getting in tight, showing off those dribble handles, a little pump fake, but a tough shot over 2 clips. Ryan now quickly back the other way, a little Euro action.
Tough hop step there. Can't shake JR on defense, though. He's a menace.
He hasn't been playing for a few years. You'd hope he's rested up. Good steal there by Danny Green, another player known for his defense. Fast break chance. Here comes JR to the cup.
Where's the foul?
And banks it in. How about it, J.R. Smith? A little bit of an X factor. Him and Melo, the elder statesman.
Listen, man, shooters never forget how to shoot. Doesn't matter how long they're out of the NBA.
And on the other end, from the Clippers, as PG bangs out once more. Ryan, we haven't seen much Lou Will from you. I was hoping to get some sort of jabs in there because as LeBron just powers home, Rithik is actually from Atlanta. I don't mean to put you on the spot, especially as you're down 7 with just over a minute to go, but have you ever been to Magic City for the Wings?
I have not, but my friends have, though.
And they say good things,
and what's the verdict? Well, if you win, perhaps one of the sponsors can maybe arrange a wing visit to Magic City.
Tough move. And Rithik's right back in it, man.
Those Magic City Wings got him fired up.
He's just thinking about them.
They've got his mouth salivating and his mind working hard. Fingers grinding away on the controller. PG and low. Just too easy. 49 seconds left. Ryan back out to a 7-point lead. PG, 19 points out of 24 total. Kawhi is the 1A on this team, but when it comes to 2K, it's all PG on the other end. How about that? J.R.
Give
Smith
it to him.
Once more. Feed the elder statesman.
Give it to him. Oh no, that's brutal.
Giveth and taketh a wide open look. PG again, unstoppable in 2K.
Yeah, man, he's been really crucial for everyone playing the Clippers so far. 75% from the floor tonight. That's tough to play against.
Rithik working it around the perimeter,
Yep.
grinding some clock. Pat, Bev, and Ryan using that foul to give. If he uses the next one, Rithik will go to the line for his first attempt at the game. Good inbound pass to LeBron. Unable to finish, though. LeBron usually a guy who is automatic around the rim, but a little bit of a 2K glitch there where maybe it was going to be a layup, maybe it was going to be a dunk. Instead, a little bit of an awkward hook shot. Anyway, 6 seconds now.
Landry Shamet looking like he's taking the last shot.
The ball got inside. Great pass. Better finish at the buzzer. A 9-point lead, and Reggie Jackson is fired up. Ryan, man, you fired up for that? You're just stoic over there right now. Doesn't look like it.
I mean, I don't know how that pass got through, so, I mean, I'll take it. I'm not going to celebrate a lucky play.
A little bit of 2K cheese, as it were. The 2K cheese, always a danger, especially when you're trailing. Rithik going to have to hope that 2K cheese subsides here in the fourth quarter.
Little Joakim Noah appearance.
Oof.
I don't hate that.
The auto subs are messing with Ryan. Could be a great chance here for Rithik to come back. However, I don't know that he's had really any substitutions throughout the game. His guys might be fatigued out there. Danny Green doesn't look like it,
nice
though.
Hand.
Poke that ball away. Only 3 seconds left on the shot clock for the Clips, and Ryan leading by 9.
Still no Lou Will appearance, like you mentioned, though, Adam. Interesting.
Doesn't need him, I guess. Doesn't matter.
Oh, he might not be on the roster because he made his little trip to Magic City.
Yeah.
He's still in 2K quarantine.
That's game.
No lucky passes on the other end. Patrick Patterson, of all people, picking that one off. It really is the bench mob in for the Clippers, but they are doing well. How about it? Landry Shamet, Reggie Jackson, Joakim Noah. Here is Jackson driving, hacked from behind by Kuz. Really haven't said much of Kuz's name tonight. If anything, it's really just been a bit of AD and the occasional JR as Reggie Jackson lays it in and extends that lead out to 14. Rithik, we got to get those Wing City Magic on wings on your mind again.
Jared Dudley in the game, too. That's a nice little addition. When Cook. Looking like Ryan is in victory formation here, and Rithik has started to accept this loss.
Dang, Hunter, doing him dirty. Noah inside. And, you know, that
everything's
Noah
falling.
making a shot there. Exactly. That's just when you know that it's a rough game. When Joakim Noah, fresh out of 4-year isolation, rocking the caveman beard, hasn't picked up a basketball in forever, is working you down low on 2K.
That pull-up 3 animation has really screwed dudes over in these first few rounds, and I imagine it's going to – oh, that is the dagger.
That's the first time we've really seen Kawhi, too, but, hey, not a bad time for it. Now, 18 points for Ryan. And we saw Cade, I believe, score 58 points earlier. Probably not going to get there, but, hey, who knows? Maybe we get a little hack-a-shack from Rithik's end, try and set some MSBC 2K tourney records here early on, albeit not a record that Rithik would want to be on the other end of.
What a game for Paul George, though.
Yeah, I couldn't stop Paul George at all. He was just making everything.
Well, with that, Hunter, an interesting quirk. We won't see Clippers from anyone going forward unless he changes his mind. Isaiah will not have the Clippers at his disposal. Didn't elect to use them. However, he could change. But being a diehard Laker fan like he is, as PG throws down again, going to be tough for Isaiah, I think, to even commit himself to playing as the Clippers. It's like a form of heresy. So this could very well be the last we see of the LA Clippers in the MSBC 2K tournament.
JR, get him one more shot. I like it. Ooh. Boardman gets paid there, Adam.
Working our way down to single-digit ticks, 22-point lead. Kawhi working around up top. Will Ryan dribble it out, or will he try a little bit of a showboat 3? I'm hoping for the showboat 3. Here's Kawhi. Let's see what he does. 1 second left. He's ripped. Can't get it off in time. You hate to see it from the trash-talking perspective, but that is all for this game. It's Ryan Krause, an upset, the 6th seed, defeating the 3 seed Rithik Dodla.
Now, Ryan, we saw Paul George actually outscore the entire Laker team there. Was your game plan coming into this to utilize Paul George, or did this sort of happen as the flow of the game went on?
Yeah, I just got my – there we go.
Oh, you good. All right, I'll ask you again one sec. Now, we saw Paul George outscore the entire Laker team there. Was your game plan coming into this to utilize Paul George, or was that just something that sort of happened as the flow of the game went on?
Absolutely, it was to use Paul George. I was working with him before, just shooting around, and his jump shot is definitely the best on the team. So, Yeah, I mean, like that's why I didn't use Kawhi really at all. His jump shot's really slow.
Yeah, Paul George worked out.
No doubt, Hunter. Now, Rithik, you are eliminated, unfortunately, from the 2K tournament. Back to the drawing board. Will you be going back to playing 2K, or are you going to try out some other games?
No, I'll still play 2K. I've been playing 2K for a while. It's still a great game.
A 2K lifer. We love the commitment. Well, Hunter, I'll let you take the final question here for Ryan.
Ryan, what's going to be your game plan going forward? You got tough matchups all the way down the board if you want to go to the championship. Yeah. What is your strategy moving forward?
Well, so my thought process was to definitely save the Bucks in my back pocket. I almost used the Celtics today. I'm thinking probably bringing them out between them and the Lakers. I think the Celtics have a better starting five. And, yeah, it'll probably just be it's all about speed and getting to the basket because you can't rely on outside shots in this game.
It really is never smoking. Speed and space.
It kind of sounds like Michigan football. Anyways, on the Celtics front, the Celtics actually lost in the round before to the Trailblazers, so we'll see how well that turns out. See if the Celtics can turn it around. We're looking for you, Ryan. Yeah, I know they're your team. I know they're your team, so maybe you've got that magic touch that Christian was missing earlier when he played with them. And then no one has used the Bucks, so they will be available for every single player moving forward. With that, once again, Ryan Krause, the 6th seed, upsetting the 3rd seed, Rithik Dadla. A big upset to end a great day of quarterfinal matches here at the MSBC 2K tournament on Wolf TV. Once again, we want to thank our sponsors, HyperX and 76 Captial. Hunter, I want to thank you, a great partner for the day. Some great action, some great dunks, a little bit of trash talking. We'll be sure to stimulate it more going forward. Once again, we want to say thanks to Ryan and Rithik. In addition to everyone who joined us for the day, we want to say thanks to MSBC for putting this on. And we'd love to say, stick with us. There's going to be some great semifinal action coming up soon.